November 7th, an average Saturday in the fall. But then again, for these young people, this was no average day, as hundreds of youth spent the morning learning about what they can do to be safe. On the internet, on the field, in the car, and everywhere else. The occasion was Brain Camp 2, a Safe America program meshing learning with fun and tying together public safety officials with judges, educators, and cyber safety experts.
1 in 14 Americans last year was a victim of identity theft. That's 7% of the population. So it is a huge problem. A lot of people take the attitude that it's not going to happen to me, it's going to happen to somebody else. But you're rolling the dice, because when it does happen, it becomes a big problem.
The cell phone, like the computer, is a very powerful tool, and what we find is anything that you don't understand, you have a tendency to abuse. And so as we look at what's happening in the modern household where you have students and teenagers, we're finding students who have just completely lost themselves into smartphones, social media, texting, communicating with friends solely through the smartphone versus any real-time interaction. Not to mention, the parents are less knowledgeable than the students, and there lies the problem. So we are hoping to bridge that gap, that digital divide, if you will, between the parents and students by bringing knowledge to both the students and parents about wireless safety.
If you wanted to describe this as a safety fair, that would be accurate. But then again, listen to what attendees had to say.
There was a lot of new things. There was a lot of new programs we did that was really cool. And I like how it's become like more than just safe and driving, because that's important. But with the middle schoolers, all of the things we do to help them out going to high school and all of the information we give them, I think that's really cool.
I came last year, so I like the fact that it grew and more people and more sponsors came to see and learn about not texting and driving and all that other stuff.
I learned about being safe and making the smart decisions while I'm driving. Pretty much being focused on the road and not being distracted by things in and out of the car.
I learned about, bullying and, how to stop the bullying, texting and driving, the cell phone app where, the parents check your cell phones and, what kids on, so kids don't get bullied,
I learned that it's not good to bully people about their appearance and what they're not able to do. And I learned that it's not good to text and drive and be under the influence driving.
I learned that you should be careful what you put on the internet and don't drink and drive.
I learned that if you want to be successful in life, you have to have goals, and that goals help you reach your point in life.
I learned how to stay safe around cars and trains.
These young people not only got educated, they got to share what they learned with the Chalk One Up art contest. Adults also bragged about what they learned, noting it made a difference to them.
It's a wonderful program, very thought-provoking, very safety-driven, and it's a lot of good information for the kids, a lot of very, very relevant information for them.
Clayton County School Superintendent Lavinia Jackson, whose leadership inspired many teachers to promote the event across Atlanta's South Side, noted just how important the event was to the lives of young people.
This now, safety is just such a big issue nationally, and not just here in Clayton County, but we have to prepare our children. So they may not get everything from the community, and so we have to bring it to them. This is a part of bringing it to our children and our families, so I'm very excited about that.
Perhaps the most compelling observation came from event MC WSB TV reporter Mark Winnie, who credited Safe America with not only educating youth, but in making a lifelong impression.
From medical information to what to watch out for, where bullying is concerned, adding the whole sports medicine component of it. You had a lot of celebritude here in terms of Mike Glenn, what a great speaker, Buddy Curry, folks from the NFL Players Association hanging out. So I think that there was a lot to pull people in, but then important information to give them when they were here, okay. Kids and adults.
Now, you've done this for about 10 years now. What makes you keep coming back?
I just feel like it's an important cause. I mean, to you know, what you have pulled together could save lives. It doubtless has saved lives. You know, it's important information that kids need to hear. You know, you really started this thing with the SafeTeen Driving Academy, but it's expanded beyond that into other spheres of danger for teenagers in particular. And I'm sure you'll continue to grow that.
While Brain Camp 2 is over, its impact is not. And neither is Safe America's programming for youth. Up next, a new initiative to enroll many of these attendees in an ongoing program, stressing the safety messages offered while turning youth into peer leaders. And then there's expansion of the online version of the Foundation's Safe Tomorrows program, begun by former Miss New York and Safe America spokeswoman Amanda Mason. These initiatives and future youth brain camps will expand the safety awareness of thousands of other young people from coast to coast. Together with programs for adults, veterans, and business executives through the CEO Network, Safe America is poised to make 2016 its 22nd year of protecting what's priceless: every life.